Welcome to the Dice Box and Tombstone Blues. Our wayward daughters, really, are currently in the Hillcrest Sanitarium after having had a particularly unpleasant series of experiences involving potential pasts, and a whole lot of creepy ass bullshit. On the other hand, you did manage to take down rather impressively the thing that was haunting the main area. You found a warded set of double doors leading down somewhere where, as far as Detect Magic can tell, some of the nastier shit is. You managed to send Aloy's faithful companion Muffin out to destroy the wards and netted yourself a pretty obnoxious shriek noise. And you're washing off Muffin in one of the bathrooms, if memory serves me correctly, so right about there somewhere.
Yeah, just cleaned him off and grabbed a little bit of the runoff that I got him into a
Yeah,
tub
for
to get
for
some of the
the
runoff
yep.
for analysis.
And your last door left is that one. The
Now,
one that you found the key to, but was warded at the time.
now,
According to
before we go,
Reba, things are down, but
before we go much further, we need another light source aside from depending on Jillian. No offense, Jillian. Aloy, you gotta have some kind of light source in Muffin somewhere. Lantern, torch, something.
Mm,
given that you are that intelligent, if you had one, you would have used it by now. I'm sorry, you don't think of these things, you don't have them.
honestly, Reba, would I have not used one already if I had one?
I figured you were gonna. Fine.
I've been using the goggles this whole time.
Right. All right. Well, that's not gonna work for for me at least down there. So, uh, um, she'll pull out.
We could set fire to something.
Yeah, it's called a torch. I'm going to make one.
With what?
Um, are there any? Well, we're in the the bathroom, but the beds were all metal framed, weren't they?
There
Okay.
were wicker chairs.
Well, we can bust up one of the chairs, and I've got a plethora of bandages and rags.
And I have chemicals.
And there we go. That works.
Okay, trying to think of the best role to have Aloy make to, because the not to burst your bubble here, but the chemicals you need to soak a torch rag and have it not burn out too fast or burn through the cloth and onto the handle of your torch is a pretty tricky proposition.
Hmm.
So
I mean, the only thing I could. Never mind.
I
I was going to suggest survival. Sorry.
honestly, I was probably going to go with like medicine because all of the chemicals she has are at the
Ah,
moment from, but the modifier is the same either way. And the only reason that I'm ing survival is because Aloy's a city girl. So, yeah, make me a medicine check.
4.
Yeah, you managed to put together a decent torch. Who's gonna hold it while it's being lit as a test?
Since Aloy's the one producing the chemicals,
Well, she just soaked the rags in it and wrap it up,
all
so
right.
it's down to.
And here, let me, and because I'm the one
I'll.
with.
No, I can hold it. I'm the one running this experiment in the first place.
All right, and then, fine. All right, then
Reba can strike a spark. Can Aloy make me a dex save, please?
8.
yeah,
Uh,
Druidcraft just
yeah, that would be 6 points of fire damage as the entire thing goes up.
well,
God almighty.
Yeah, you
Okay, that
actually
was a little much.
you actually have to wind up shaking your hand to put it out.
Okay, okay, and okay, no damage to the jolt cannon. Whew!
I imagine you wouldn't hold a torch if you were testing with the hand with the jolt cannon. You're more
It's
sensible.
strapped to me. I don't know if I can remove it.
Yeah, but it's on one hand. You can use the other one.
Ah, right. Yeah, I can't use the other one. Sorry about that.
You have
well,
two hands
Yeah,
last
so I'm
time I
just
checked.
yeah, even
yeah. I just
even
didn't.
so,
I
the
was
fire
trying to
didn't
figure out
spread.
which one I would
So.
have immediately resorted to. Brain
Not,
went.
not. If it's you have high intelligence, not the one that might damage your working kit.
Yeah.
So yeah, damage to you, not damage to it.
Ah, yeah, fire.
And guess
No.
ow.
Ha!
That's an unhappy cat.
Sorry about that.
Hi, Dusky.
Well, that went about as well as expected. Jillian, you want to maybe give us a hand here somehow?
With what, Reba?
Wonder
Look,
if any of the alcohol would work.
That would have been what you used, you stupid man.
Well, no,
Alloy would not. No, Alloy would not have said that because if the ethyl alcohol from there would have gone, the 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 more dilute alcohol of Reba's whiskey and rum would be about the same thing, just maybe less incendiary. But you've seen alcohol thrown on a fire before. Flare
Yeah,
yep.
dies.
yeah. No, just the you see the gears whirring as I'm saying that, going, wait, no.
Basically, you need something more like pitch, and you do not have the materials to make something like pitch in here.
No way to gel anything. Crap.
Gonna have to make do, Reba.
All right, well, I guess I'm going in blind. Yay.
We'll be alright.
Yeah, the only way we're gonna be completely blind is if, well, something mashes Jillian into the floor again.
We'll be alright.
That's not likely to happen at all. No offense, Jillian.
Come on.
We have to work with what we've got. Let's go.
This will teach y'all to be slightly better prepared next time. On
Just
it!
a yes. I mean, you survive.
I can hope.
Anyway,
Jillian nudges Reba once they're moving. Did you find more than one of those medicines when we
yeah,
were in the pharmacy?
yes. I'm holding on to the other one just in case. Why? Do you need it now?
I'd feel much better now.
Fine. And she'll hand the second one over.
Thank you kindly, because
Um,
she's at 20 HP.
yeah, okay. As
Was
there is one thing that I meant to do and was gonna do it before, but I was gonna do it later, but why not? Um, That's... What level are you? That's 30. As she is downing her potion, you will notice that there is a new addition to your character sheet.
Yay, what is the potion roll?
If you, that's 44 plus 4. And, the sense you get from that is a bit more in the way of light, and a bit more in the way of, given the circumstances, probably a more painful memory than it would have been even a few hours ago. When you rose up after that that probably fatal wound and healed Isaac into the bargain, that was a power you had never sought again. Maybe you thought that that wasn't what the word was supposed to be doing, but there's that sense that if you tried it again, it might work. Yes, you have lay on hands now.
Ooh, that is nice.
Jillian's effectively a paladin. Fuck it, I don't care anymore. I may not have got the numbers exactly right, but it'll do. It's better than you had.
Yes, that will most definitely do.
And I mean that kicks back in around about as I mean, to be fair, there's also the opportunity for any of you who have taken injuries. I know this is not exactly the most comfortable place in the world, but y'all could take a short rest. Nobody ever remembers short rests.
And that's fair, but it's a very
Yeah,
It's a
ominous
tense
place.
situation. Yes,
they're usually
I'm aware.
expecting to get ambushed.
That's fair. I'm just reminding you that the option is there because I noticed that here and in D&D, y'all forget. So,
we have a lot more healers in D&D.
That's fair. I mean, Christ, how many do you have now?
At this point, it's me, Remy, Ava.
Alice.
Alice.
She's got her Azamar abilities and healing word.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as gotcha.
So that yes, you have a lot of more healers, but you have a lot more people. I mean, y'all have.
That's true.
I think the only person who didn't have any healing ability up until I gave you lay on hands was Jillian.
Yep. Okay, so Jillian heads for the door, and then she...
The key didn't get turned, so it's still locked.
starts to turn in, pauses, and looks to Aloy.
I'm gonna
Very
produce the
expectantly.
key and walk over and pop this sucker open.
This time it is not. It's not. There's no jolt of ah. And what you have is a fairly wide staircase descending into dark.
Gestures for them to wait a second. If Isaac is down there, I'm going to save him. Looks expectantly to the two of them.
What do you mean, save?
Doesn't answer.
Oh
Sorry.
boy. Please don't shoot first, figure out later.
Then she glares at Aloy.
I mean, to be fair, you guys do not necessarily have time to have this conversation later.
Mhm.
If this needs to be clarified, it needs to be clarified now.
I remember the whole thing with the book. And how you tend to react to immediate areas of blasphemy.
And this makes perfect sense because her wisdom is shit. Because she seems to not be remembering at all that she's talking about Jillian's husband here.
Yeah. has not entirely registered that just yet.
Yeah. Reba's thinking.
Reba's gonna have to weigh in soon, though.
Oh, yeah.
She's gonna move soon.
Jillian, provided you're still up and about, provided we're not in imminent life-threatening, danger, I'll do everything I can to back that play. But if you're out and it's us or them, it's going to be them. But I will make every effort to abide by that because I understand what this means for you.
Thank you, Reba.
Aloy, intelligence would be, yeah, okay, fine, back her play, but what's her play? What does she think she can do? Is it save as in his immortal soul, or drag whatever's in him out? What exactly happened to Isaac? Do they even know? There are so many factors missing as far as Aloy is concerned.
Hold up. You're saying you're going to back the play, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the play?
Just turns to looks at Jillian.
Exercise stuff,
Aloy,
or
please.
Or set it on fire. What?
Just don't kill him. All right?
Information is necessary to know what to do to avoid doing that.
You don't aim for his head. To start.
Are you forgetting what this does? And I'm gesturing to the thunder cannon.
Then don't shoot him with the thunder cannon.
That is my only weapon!
And Muffin is... Boop!
Muffin, you are far more than a weapon. You are a companion.
And they just stomp, 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 boop, boop, boop. Apparently, I am a weapon too. Is the thing.
You are best companion, and you are just as armed with weaponry as anything else.
Aloy, please, just trust me. Let me handle this.
I'm trusting you, but my point is less issue with what you may or may not be doing, and how to go about doing it. Just sort of flailing in the wind does nothing, as I've demonstrated quite a bit.
Aloy, look. Jillian wants to save Isaac. I don't know how Jillian's going to go about this. I'm not exactly sure Jillian knows.
We don't even know what happened to him precisely.
Yes, but the point is to not obliterate him on sight, to give Jillian the chance to at least try. What she does, I don't know. I'm just willing to give her the chance. And I'll let it fall where it does. And let's see if it goes sideways, then Jillian knows I'll deal with it.
There's too many variables in that one.
Yes, I know that, but it's not my call.
Just shoot the demon. Aloy! Aloy!
And I've gone into full math rant.
Aloy slaps her.
Oh, okay.
Jillian
Attack
slaps
roll.
Aloy.
Attack roll, please. A straight strength, actually, given that it's an unarmed attack. No. Apparently, Aloy manages to duck while still math ranting.
Aloy, I need you here.
Variables! Cause! Probability! Miscalculations! What?
I need you here. with me right now. Okay? We got a job to do.
Ah!
Just take the thunder cannon
Lead the way!
and shoot the demon that's down there.
If
Who knows
if there's a demon down there, that's the thing. None of y'all know what's down there.
We
Just-
don't know. That's what one of the variables is. It might be a demon down there. It might be an engine. It might be him with a demon in him. I don't. Map red goes off again.
Jillian swings again. Well, swings the open palm.
Yes, I gathered.
Oh my god.
Muffin gets in the way that time, so it's clang. Ow! Boop!
Jillian gives her 15 seconds.
Still.
Okay, you know what? Enough of this. And Reba just goes like this. And how far apart are you two? Like, are you like right next to each other?
You'd have to
Or-
be if she's
Close enough to-
slapping.
He's slapping
Right.
range.
Okay, so yeah, you're both probably close enough. The air around both of you now smells very strongly of skunk.
Reba.
Why are you like this?
I was about to ask you the same damn question. Aloy, listen, okay. We will work out what to do when we get down there. Yes, there are too many variables. We need to get down there and at least get eyes on whatever is going on. The important thing is we see Isaac, don't shoot to kill on sight. Give Jillian the chance. Okay? That's it. Where that chance falls, then we jump in, we deal with it, then we start shooting.
Can I make one point that Aloy will probably have to make because neither of you seem to have fully internalized this. Aloy hasn't really seen Isaac as he is right now. She's the only one that hasn't.
That's right.
So you do have Aloy who's getting rid of the skunk because she can now actually go past the math variables and get the one major variable that really has to be solved if she's to understand what she's not supposed to shoot.
Okay. Final question. What's Isaac look like?
And then it finally hits you both.
Oh, jeez, you were fixing the gun and all that.
The
Okay,
entire time, yes.
right.
All I've seen is this, and I pull out the container with the bullet in it.
Jillian
Right.
fishes out her locket,
Yeah. Oh well. I
shoves
guess
it in Aloy's face.
uh,
It's probably still cursed.
it's still very cursed, and yeah, that's Reba. Reba knows that's what she saw. The picture of Jillian is looking pretty abysmal.
Oh, that's 16 different shades of nightmarish.
Jillian turns to the door, pauses.
I'm sorry,
Griffin.
Jillian. Aloy has absolutely no tact.
No
whatsoever.
filter.
I don't
filter.
have a filter anymore. All of my filter was wasted 3 hours ago.
Are you two quite ready?
As I'm gonna get.
Takes a deep breath in, to ripple in the air, to use 15 of her lay on hands,
Okay.
and she lets there be light in her offhand and opens the door, strides downwards.
Okay. How close are you guys following?
I'm gonna have Muffin move with Jillian in the front, and I'm gonna be about 10 feet back.
Okay, then I'll be, I guess, behind Aloy.
Having Muffin flank Jillian, which I'm sure Jillian is just thrilled about. At least he's not booping.
What else?
But it becomes a little bit problematic after about... I mean, these stairs go down too long. And in some cases, despite the fact that you can see that you're going down, it feels like you're going up. It's vertiginous and weird, and things don't seem to have proper corners, and it's all a little twisted and strange. You do start to notice, after the first few minutes, that the stairwell is getting rather narrower, up until the point when Muffin does start booping, quietly, but booping in slight alarm as you hear sort of scuff noises of trying to keep footing, and then kind of gives Jillian a gentle, apologetic nudge and falls back.
Jillian was starting to wave Muffin to get behind her.
Yeah, and Muffin does as much for self-preservation as anything else. You continue down, or up, or both, or neither, for a while. It's difficult to tell exactly how long. After a while, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot in the way of wall on either side. So you're just descending while kind of feeling like you're going up at the same time through almost unrelieved dark. There's nothing but the light in Jillian's offhand, and all it illuminates around you is like 15 feet of stairs either side and darkness. This goes on for a while. And the stairs should not be this long. Are you just continuing, or?
There's no way this should be happening. This is too long. These stairs
This
are too long.
feels
The math is wrong.
Aloy, calm yourself. Jillian slows down a bit once it becomes
The
apparent
math
that this
is
is a long
wrong.
trek.
This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, for Aloy, the mathematics of the stairs have become... Euclid has no place here.
This is not physics. This isn't even Euclid. This is not geometry on a curved surface. This is geometry that's not moving in any reasonable direction.
Aloy, you're getting distracted.
No, I'm not getting distracted. This is a thing that's distracting all of us, as in we're probably in a trap. I'm going to produce the sonic screwdriver and just cast continual flame on the wall.
There isn't a wall.
It's empty.
Like just black space?
Yep.
So I'm gonna cast a continual flame like 5 feet to my left.
There's nothing for it. I mean, there's nothing for it.
Oh, like nothing for it to latch onto?
Not at
Got
all.
it.
There's nothing.
Yeah.
You don't even know how the stairs are suspended in.
Jillian takes...
Screw it. Detect magic. Into the goggles.
And now we roll the hand of fate.
Yeah, because I've got the goggles up here. I pull them down and turn on the detect magic mode.
Yep. They overload.
That! Oh no.
They'll work again if you do a hard reset, but there is nothing about this that isn't magic of some description.
Then I'm already resetting the goggles. I'm pretty sure we're stuck in a loop.
Jillian takes a bullet from her bandolier and throws it down the stairs.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You're not picking up this.
It's Discord doing that thing where it's not picking up her voice immediately. It's a sound buffer.
Yeah, so you're counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you keep counting, and you never hear it hit the floor.
Yeah, we're in a loop. This is a causality loop.
Please recall that I never said that. You're muted, Ethan.
Reba's just,
What we do just keeps going and going and going. There's no end effect.
Reba,
I mean, yes, we've been.
Reba, make me a wisdom check. Actually, no, sorry. Well, it'll do. It's maybe she might be right, but this feels more like skating some nasty parts of the crossroads right now.
You, I don't know from any of that, but this doesn't feel like we're doing the same thing over again. This feels more like we're skating along the edge of some real nasty pieces of the crossroads.
Where's Caleb when we need him?
Does it make anything much better considering the way you described the crossroads? It says reality bends.
Oh, and as far as that, the Feywild, if I remember right.
Probably hunting something with way too many teeth.
Yeah, probably going after something with too many teeth and not enough eyes, or the other way around. Either way.
Why
Or
not both?
Reba, we need a way out of this.
Arcana check to think of something. It's worth a shot. I got nothing personally. 19.
You stalk the crossroads. You pick a direction and you keep going.
Yeah.
You can't skate the edge forever. It
Right.
wouldn't want you to anyway.
Well, you stalk the crossroads. You pick a direction. You keep going. It won't want you skating the edge forever. So you kind of gotta. The crossroads have a nature. You gotta kind of trust in it a little, and so our real only option here is to keep going. We'll get to where we are supposed to be at some point. I'm sorry, what?
Do we just tell it we want to be in the basement? Does Jillian have to decide she wants to be in that basement?
It's not quite like that.
Jillian starts walking again.
There you go.
I'm just like rubbing at my temples because I've been trying to do the math on this for the last 5 minutes and my brain's starting to cook.
At which point Muffin leans neck backwards. Butt. Boop.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll stop trying.
Thanks, Muffin. Yeah, Aloy. I'm sorry. Math right now? Not a good idea.
Muffin goes clanking after Jillian.
This is not really something you can logic out, unfortunately. That's kind of the point. Sorry.
I'm going to just follow Muffin.
You keep walking. A while later, and it's Reba who hears, sort of at the edge of hearing, sort of at the edge of her brain, it kind of itches. You've been here before. What do you want? This is not a friendly voice.
Y'all heard that?
Heard what?
Great. It's my turn. Jillian, hold up.
Jillian holds up.
Oh boy. And just under her breath, she says, "You've been here before. What do you want?"
They can't help you. They don't stalk this place.
I was wondering when my turn was going to pop.
You
What we
always
want.
were uppity.
Ooh, that word.
Yeah, that word is a deliberate choice. Yes.
Oh, I know. I know. Bravo, by the way. Bravo.
This is something she hasn't faced before, and is probably quite glad she hasn't. From the general feel of it,
Feel. Mm-hmm.
this is something big. This is something dark. This is something she's poked the tendrils of a few times.
Yeah. Like,
It doesn't like her.
as a player, I'm considering how to answer this. Real, saying that because, like you said last time, I'm not as wise as she is.
This one, given your wisdom, you want to be careful of. You do not want to get suckered into a deal with this thing, and that's when it hits you. Isaac probably got suckered into a deal with something very much like this.
This.
Probably not this,
Yeah.
but probably something worse. This is more of a almost trickster malevolence.
Mm-hmm.
This is the embodiment of if you die, I can't hurt you anymore.
Mm. What? Ooh. Hmm. No, I shouldn't ask that. I didn't say. Well, I shouldn't ask for anything. What I want. What I want is nothing from you.
And with that, you can no longer see the light from Jillian's hand. You can no longer hear the occasional shifting clanks of Muffin.
Ah, shit.
Right now,
Reba?
you see, feel, and hear nothing, and you guys have.
I'm gone.
Wait, what can we see? Or lack thereof?
If you look behind Aloy and Muffin, nothing. More stairs.
Where did Reba?
All you heard was her say that, and then
And I just started swearing loudly at length, various invectives about scientific processes, and just every single insult someone with my id score could possibly dream up in extremely short notice.
Yeah, avoiding. I think even your wisdom. You avoid some of the nasty racial slurs.
Yeah, those I've just walled off as things to use as insults.
The Reba, there is nothing.
Jillian, I've stopped swearing long enough to go, Jillian, that daylight thing you did. Now, please.
I don't think she can do it again, can she?
Yes, you could.
Spell I suppose it
Got a
depends
couple
on.
left.
Okay, if you got.
Jillian's considering. Yes.
Hmm.
Hang on. Ethan, what are you thinking?
Hang on. I need to check a description. No. Never mind. That doesn't do anything. That would help. What about that one? Okay. So where I am I standing? Like,
You
I know
don't.
there's
That's the thing. You don't really know. You can't
right.
really feel ground beneath your feet, but you can't feel any velocity of falling either. You see nothing. You hear nothing. You feel nothing.
Mm-hmm.
There is nothing. To be honest, you're not even 100% sure about your body right now.
And I try to. I'll try to whistle, I guess, just to see if there's any sound, and I'm assuming there isn't.
Well, you can't hear it if there is. You can't feel. You can't feel
You're right.
the wind past your lips. So you could be whistling, but you don't know. There's no.
Yeah,
There is.
there's nothing, literally nothing. Yeah,
Yep.
I'm trying to wrap my head around that, but also like not panic.
Well, that's the thing, and but Reba's probably gonna have a moment where it comes down to panic.
I'm like, yeah. At this point, I'm like, because she's never been this cut off from everything.
Very few
So
people have ever been this cut off from everything. There is a
yeah,
reason that sensory deprivation is a kind of torture.
yep. So and it's been probably a good. Well, she has no idea. And at this, okay, that's when she realizes so much. So she can no longer even tell which way north is anymore.
Yep.
So at that point, what am I rolling to keep from freaking out? Because she is,
Wisdom save
because yeah, she's
with disadvantage.
with disadvantage. Okay, hold on. Let me
Extraordinary
re-roll that.
circumstances.
Yeah, no, absolutely right. But 22 anyway.
Oof.
Yeah, you're right now. All you can do is bank on Jillian, and maybe even
Okay.
Aloy.
Jillian takes a deep breath.
She's going to start just just doing a litany of ancestors in her head, just trying to somebody that could possibly help her or guide these two
The
in
problem
some
is,
fashion.
given the nothing, you do start having a moment where you run them through and they start sounding like in your head like just noise. They start to lose meaning. So you might not want to focus on that too hard.
Yeah, she'll start getting that feeling and just be like and clamp down on that quick because she's not stupid.
Okay.
Jillian puts her hand on her chest and deep breath in and thunders, as it was written that none should live in darkness. And casts daylight on herself.
Okay. Okay. Oh, this is going to be
Tries
fun.
to
Cause
radiate something.
yeah, no, light happens briefly. Unfortunately, the stairs kind of go.
Oh no, we're falling, aren't we?
Yes, you are.
The swear egg's back.
And you do seem to fall for an awfully long time.
Mm.
Okay. Okay, and let me just make sure. Yes, I did do. Yeah, okay. You. The light that Jillian cast, the daylight, up there, and fades, fades, fades. Gone. More falling through the black. You have a surprisingly soft landing. Unfortunately, it appears to be in a pile of corpses.
I had a feeling about that.
Fuck! This is
Jillian?
why we need a ship for this crap!
Jillian,
Reba?
make sure.
Just as you're clamping down on, no, I'm not losing my fucking ancestors, all of a sudden there is a sensation. Velocity. And the sound of Aloy swearing. And after quite some while, it feels like, you're not taking full damage from this, thankfully, you land on top of the still swearing Aloy, who gets squelched further into the body pile.
Ew, 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 fucking, and the swearing gets more inventive.
I'm assuming it's still darkness.
Well, Jillian's actually, make me a wisdom save, Jillian.
Oh.
And you don't forget
Oh my
to.
god.
Yeah, the light went out as you hit. Just from the sheer shock of it. So, all of a sudden, you don't even know what the fuck just landed on top of Aloy, just squelch, and you just hear, ew, 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 fuckity fuck.
Jillian summons the lesser light in her hand again and fumbles to pick
And
herself
you,
up.
you do see Reba, who's looking far paler than anyone of her skin tone should ever look, and kind of starey in the face a little bit.
Oh, thank the Lord. She
And I'm
hurries over to Reba.
squishing.
Yeah, and you feel squirming underneath you as well, just to let you know. But sorry.
And well, okay, that finally the squirming snaps her out of it. She actually doesn't even register Jillian saying that, which is so out of character.
Reba,
and
Ah!
still not registering Jillian really, and more concerned with getting. She still hasn't said anything, and she still isn't. But she's like trying to figure out where to put her hands in whatever, but she can't really see. So she's like, "What the?"
Well,
Okay,
as Jillian is sort of reaching, you can see there's moving, healthy looking body, and then there's sludge on bone.
Oh, these have been here a while. Yeah, okay, I'm moving.
are you alright, Reba?
She's always terrified. Just like, do I look all right?
Get on
I
your
never
feet,
thought I would
okay?
be so glad to end up in a pile of bodies. It's better than nothing. Literally.
This is why we need a
For giving me the
transportation
perceived-
method
That's
that
beautiful.
can move through wherever. I really need to build that thing.
Aloy, you
Yeah,
need to
can-
focus.
Reba,
I'm plenty focused.
can you imagine what some of the things that live in and around the crossroads would do with a ship like that?
Yeah, Aloy, we'll talk about that later. I have some educating to do.
Please, I need the math for that.
Reba just looks at Jillian, just like,
Jillian's too busy looking around, shining the light around.
Yeah, basically what you've got is the pile of bodies you landed in, what seems to be another hole that way. And just about here, the space you're in is blocked off by a gigantic door that seems to be carved out of pure obsidian.
Reba, after getting off of Aloy, pauses for a second, takes a deep breath, orients herself, and goes, okay, which way's north? Okay, that way. Okay, good, I can tell. Okay.
Jillian goes up to the door and
there's carvings on the door. They actively make your mind flinch. You can't even really tell what they are, just because they defy. I mean, for a moment you actually understand Aloy's whole "this defines physics." This isn't right.
I'm gonna start looking around, and do I also see the thing before it's reflexive flinching that happens?
Actually, you, given your Sherlock scanning, make me a wisdom save.
11.
Yeah, you actually literally stagger backwards and sort of fall back into the pile of bodies because you saw more of it than you should have just through sheer Sherlock scan.
Ha!
You can't look at that.
No, okay, Jillian, do not look at that door. Oh, that hurt. That actually hurt.
what do you reckon, Reba?
I'm gonna pull out my book and page to the symbols that were growing on random stuff that I copied down.
Make me another wisdom save.
Huh?
Make me another wisdom save.
Yeah, because I did that noise.
Yep.
Yeah.
I gathered
2
that.
this time.
Yeah, you're not 0 hit points unconscious, but you do faint.
And the book drops.
Yeah, that some of that crap is now in that book.
Yeah, because I was just trying to find the ones that I got from a top side, and I clearly found something else entirely.
Well, it hadn't completely filled because you separated it out from the bad shit that you were exposing it to. Now it's been exposed to this!
So now the symbols actually absorbed more of the stuff they were made of.
And, absorbed a whole different set. Or
Yeah,
worse.
this is a whole different. This is a whole cavalcade of.
I'm unconscious.
Jillian runs over to Aloy, gives her a shake.
Yeah, that will bring her out of it, but that book's gonna have to be burned.
Damn it,
Jillian,
damn it. I need new paper. I need a new book now. I'm going to have to redraw half my schematics.
Actually, you know what, Jillian? Never mind.
Sorry, I thought that was the diary.
No, that was my copy.
Okay, given that it's dark and you've been a bit flustered, I'm going to say you did pull out the diary by mistake, so it's no, I'm going to have to redraw it myself. Oh, wait, I picked up the wrong book because it's too dark in here. And I don't have color sight.
That was... okay, never mind. That's not my schematics. That's the thing, and that's one of the... I am not opening containment on anything else I've got, because if I do, stuff's going to come flying out of it.
Yeah. Reba walks over to the book, just does a hand thing, and I can set a torch on fire. I'm assuming I can at least light a piece of paper.
Yeah. That malevolent little chuckle that you heard, Reba, comes out of the book as well.
Oh, shut up. She used to see her say that to the burning book. She just, shut up.
So,
we need a way through that door.
Exactly. My solution is going to sound pretty obvious.
Blow it up.
Boop, 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 boop.
Oh.
Didn't hear that.
Muffin.
Boop, 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 boop.
Muffin?
Well, we don't know. That stuff looks like obsidian. I think Reba would.
Probably.
would know. It's natural enough. She'd know at least what it might be. I mean, I'm willing to roll or something if you want.
No.
Okay. So that stuff's pretty tough, and we don't know how thick it is. So,
It looks sturdy.
I mean, if Muffin's willing to try and you're willing to
Muffin
risk,
smash.
I just back up.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen Muffin knock down some stuff, but that was a statue. This is a solid door, so
It's gonna take several hits, but you can see that's the thing. Obsidian is strong, but it's brittle.
ah.
So clang chip. Boop. Clang! Clang! This is gonna take a while. If you guys want to talk amongst yourselves.
So Reba just watches the first few, sees the chip section. Okay, they didn't. So I guess they didn't
Stone
reinforce it at
isn't
all. All
forged.
right, awesome.
Stone isn't
Unless it's
forged
in the
steel.
middle somewhere.
Okay, well, Reba kind of. Hey, Jillian, you want to point that light down a little bit so
Yeah.
she'll look at the condition of the ground and just if she
Yeah,
can find a spot that's at least somewhat dry.
It's mostly taken up by bodies, but you know.
No.
I mean, Muffin has now worn the problem is the few bits that you're seeing that are clear, kind of there, are less clear now because Muffin has needed a charge vector.
Yeah, never mind. I was gonna sit for a second, but yeah, no, not here. Never mind. Thanks, Jillian. Never mind.
Jillian
So
takes a deep breath, in and out, then another one.
Yeah, the smell is not helping.
Mm.
I'm pulling out my proper schematics book this time with the various copied symbols and trying to see if I can process whether or not any of them were similar.
I'm gonna.
You cannot eat the minute you try. You probably don't know this as well as I do, but there's a stage when migraines get really, really bad, where you feel like you're going blind in one eye.
Had that once, exactly once.
I've had it a few too many times. Thank you very much. But yeah, you wind up getting that every time you try to focus on it. So.
Never mind. Okay, that doesn't work. Good to know. Similar enough to cause the same effect. Ha.
Well, no, that's just you thinking about those symbols and trying to process.
Yeah.
So you can't tell. Because the minute you try to pull that image up in your mind, it's...
Okay, can't even actually think about it. Wonderful. Wonderful. Ow. Now I understand why people go crazier than I am when they actually understand this crap.
Hey, Aloy, don't think of a white horse.
Really?
I gotta get your mind off
Instead
it
of a horse,
somehow.
it's a white muffin that's running through my skull right now.
Hey, it'll work.
It's whatever.
Whatever will get it out of your head. And then she, seeing Jillian turn a little green, she'll kind of waved her hand like that and
Waft,
drew it.
damn it!
Waft. Damn it! I keep fucking that one up. That's that.
And I'll keep.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll get it eventually. It'll
Yeah.
get ingrained. Like, yeah, there's a few others you've helped me with, so thank you. But she'll try over all this to smell tulips.
Thank you, Reba.
No problem. You were looking a little oof. Sorry about the skunk earlier. You two were just not going to stop.
It's fine.
At least it doesn't linger.
Mm-hmm.
I can't quite get the full effect with skunk.
While she's doing the let's try to get ourselves back on an even keel discussion, when that's winding down, Reba gets, are you really sure you want to know what's behind that door? Do you think either of them can take it?
We don't have a
Look at
choice.
them.
I trust them. I don't trust you.
Trust is always a mistake. You, of all people, should know that by now. And yeah, Jillian is actually hearing, I trust them, I don't trust you.
And then she has a look on her face after that gets after a couple of moments because there's the response,
Yeah.
and she just gets this look on her face like, you don't know me.
I know you better than you think. I certainly know your family. That's
Jillian
going to
eyes
be
Reba.
interesting.
Like I said, it's my turn. There's a lesser of what got Isaac. Emphasis on the lesser. She puts when she says that she puts the emphasis on a lesser than what got Isaac. Isaac more than likely either made a deal or was tricked into a deal. Or,
I know.
Yeah. So.
Incidentally, I should note that the bodies that you're standing by, one of them has grabbed your ankle.
Me?
Yep. And
Okay.
the rest are moving.
She's trying to pull away quickly.
Yeah, well, given this is a surprise round and
Yep.
there's an awful lot of these motherfuckers, let's see what we got here. Your AC is
15.
Yeah, I had a feeling. Okay, so that's 6 plus 1, so that's 5.
Oh boy.
Lucky you, 6, 7. That misses. That misses. 3. Misses. You get kind of dragged into the pile of corpses and beaten up for 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. So, yeah, you guys just see Reba get yanked in with much screaming and hear lots of pummeling.
Yeah,
And
okay,
lots and lots of swearing.
Given that this is probably going to take longer than 10 minutes because these are an awful lot of zombies. We'll take our break now, and when we come back, we will try to extricate Reba from Sludge. And we're back. Currently, Reba is being dragged into a pile of animated corpses and pummeled for 16 points of bludgeoning damage. And I'm going to have to put that down if I need to write the initiative rolls. I'd like y'all to roll initiative. So, oh shit.
There we go.
Wow.
And below the ridiculousness begins.
Which makes sense given the circumstances.
Yes. Yes. Nat 20
17.
still trumps. Natural 20 still trumps thing, so 1.
And rolled the dex check for the initiative on Muffin.
So that's Aloy 2 through 6, Muffin then. One of the zombies tries to get another hit in because nat 20 trumps a 24. Boop. And thankfully misses because there's too many zombie bodies in the way. Jillian.
Jillian shoots at the nearest one. Silver bullet. 15.
Roll damage. Yeah, you blow the thing's brains out and it falls over dead. Thankfully, these things do not have a terrible lot of hit points.
Shoots again with lead.
Okay, we'll say that zombie 1. Okay, go ahead.
17.
Roll damage. Yep, okay.
Is it possible to determine how many are left, or is it just the
It's
writhing mass?
It's too much writhing mass right now, but another one does seem to have stopped moving.
Alright. And that's it.
Okay, Aloy.
Right. So I'm just gonna fire. Except prior to that, I'm gonna grab a hold of the trigger with the hand that has the jolt cannon in it. That's gonna fold in.
Okay.
And okay, firing normally. 13.
Roll damage.
Right. It's 11 piercing, and then I'm gonna dump an arcane jolt into that.
Okay.
So through the barrel, because I plugged the gauntlet
Yeah.
and it just blasts again. So that's an extra 2d6.
Okay, roll your 2d6.
10.
So that's... and it's technically still alive. Just...
Wow.
And it's pissed, pretty obviously. But it's mostly trying for Reba, so misses. Okay, so that's 3, 4, 5. So that's another 5 points of bludgeoning. And miss. Muffin. Reba's in there. Smash is probably... Well, Muffin is still battering down the door. Do you want Muffin to keep doing that, or do you want... Because...
Muffin is going to turn around and charge the pile in hopes of smushing one.
Okay.
Just do a wrestling move. Belly flop.
Essentially, that's the equivalent that he's doing for this.
That would be strength.
Wait, do I roll the headbutt or just roll strength?
If you're charging, just roll strength.
Because the charge says I have to do a headbutt, and that triggers that.
Okay, then do the headbutt.
Headbutt is 22.
Okay, well that definitely hits. But charging into the fray?
Well, the charge is listed here as it moves at least 20 feet in a straight line towards a target and then hits it with a headbutt attack on the same turn.
Okay, roll damage.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna roll the headbutt damage, and then we can.
Yeah, no, the charge is to get him there, but the reasons I'm asking will become quite clear to you because you don't seem to have actually.
Yeah, I think I know where you're taking this. I just want to make
roll
sure
the damn damage.
Working on it. Have to plug it into the roller. 11.
Okay, well, zombie number 3 is dead, but Reba takes half that.
All right, that's 6.
Yep.
Since
So you hear a lot of screaming.
Well, there was already a
so-
lot of screaming.
Well, true.
Well, since Muffins hit it, I'm going to detach the gauntlet and arcane jolt Reba this time to heal for 2d6.
Okay, roll the 2d6.
Damn it. Mouse, cooperate and let me actually point at what I want to point at. So 9 healed.
Okay, so there's ow and then slightly less ow. Okay, 7.
I don't suppose I would have been able to hear. Well, I probably heard the clang, 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 clang. Ow! And I know that was Muffin hitting me, and I'm like, God damn it, Aloy! Aloy.
Okay, hang on. And so that's 9, 2. Miss. So, unfortunately, you do take another 2 points of bludgeoning damage as more zombies are pummeling you, and now it is your turn. You're
Okay.
going to have to try and break a grapple to do anything.
Right.
Which is a strength save, I believe?
Yes, but I do have a question. Because this is going to determine a couple of things. So if I do the spell, sorry, I scrolled it. It scrolled past the spell Sickening Radiance. It says a creature. Now I'm assuming it's not going to affect me since I'm the one casting it. Is that correct?
I think we've had this. I think you're
Well,
wrong.
that was allies, not the caster. And the allies are affected by it. I didn't know if the caster.
First of all, let's determine something. What's the spell's radius?
30 feet.
You would catch everybody.
I would. Okay, thank you. That's what I needed
I mean
to
that
know.
that entire room is 20 feet.
Ah, okay. All right, that's fair. Never mind then. I won't do that.
And to be fair, until you break the grapple, you can't do any of the somatics. You'd need to do it anyway.
So then I do have one more question. A spell that is a bonus action, and the components are only verbal.
You could theoretically. What's the spell?
Guardian to Nature.
Yeah, theoretically you could. Can you put the spell
Because what
card
I wanted
up?
to do.
Can you put the spell card up?
Sorry. That. Because I wanted to go Primal Beast, if I could, before attempting to grip the brackle. Yeah. Break the brackle? What the hell? Break the grapple. Yeah.
I can. Yeah, you can do that. You're muted. You dropped Dusky on the mute button again.
So you hear a very low snarl and a couple of words in a language neither of you know.
But that's strength-based attacks, not saves, so you don't get the advantage anyway.
Okay.
You can see now.
Yep.
But none of this actually helps you with what you're about to do.
No, not with the grapple, but I'm trying to go.
I'm surprised you didn't use Great Tree because you would have got 10 temporary hit points, but you've done Primal Beast now.
I said, no, yep. Okay, and then it's strength save coming up. That one. No, that's wrong. That's 15.
Get most of them off you. There's still one kind of. I think it's probably one of the ones that got slightly bashed by Muffin Smush. So, what I'm going to say is you can attack with disadvantage, but you can't get up. And casting at this point is probably going to be a bit of a
Mhm.
Plus, it's well, if you had anything that wasn't concentration, I don't know that you do, but anyway.
Okay.
But that's your action anyhow,
Yeah. Okay.
and that's action, bonus action, and you can't
Yeah,
actually
we're done.
move. Okay.
Yeah, we're done.
Zombie 10 misses. Zombie 1 is dead. Jillian.
Jillian shoots again. Silver bullet. 14.
Roll damage. Just killed.
Oof. Shoots
Okay.
again with lead. 14.
Yep. That one you didn't actually quite manage to kill.
Mhm.
You're probably a little worried about hitting Reba at this point.
Yep.
Okay, Aloy. There's one wounded zombie and a few unwounded. It's hard to tell. You saw the one that Jillian hit is still squirming.
Yeah, I'm going to hammer the clock device on my belt to trigger haste.
Okay, remind me that's... Well, that casting haste is its own action, but then you get action after that, so...
Yep. So I go blurry and firing.
Okay.
At the wounded one.
Roll damage. That finally finishes it off.
And I'm going to Arcane Jolt Reba again.
Okay, go forth.
That's
2d6.
go, 2D.
Yes.
Yep.
So you get four hit points. He's kind of yo-yoing. Okay, zombie number 6 is... Mrs. kind of pissed off. Muffin is standing in the middle of all this, probably as Reba's flailing around and trying to find a way to get her to her feet with zombie arms everywhere. Is probably occasionally banging knuckles against bits of Muffin. Boop, boop.
Muffin is going to headbutt stomp, generally try to smush things in his immediate vicinity.
Okay. Thankfully, probably won't have to do half damage. Probably.
11.
Yeah, okay, that's close enough to missing to actually do half damage. Roll damage.
$12.
Well, there went the 4 hit points.
Yep, and still alive, so...
Just snarls of various flavors coming out of Reba.
So that's...
Out of a mouth that suddenly has way more teeth than it usually has.
Ooh, shit. You lucked out. That was a nat 20, but it's only 4 points of bludgeoning because I rolled really crap on the actual damage. Count yourself lucky. So 7, 8, 9. No, that misses. Okay, Reba, your turn. You're still gonna have to
Yep. Make a straight check. Got it.
save.
Save. That's what I meant to click. 16.
Yeah, that'll finally get you out of the weakened mob.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't put you guys anywhere, but basically this is just you being able to get to your feet.
Right. And but that's my action, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And getting up uses up at least some of my movement, assuming it doesn't use it
Well,
all.
there isn't really any place. That's the thing. There really isn't any place to move because you'd have, like.
I just wanted to get out
Jillian,
of the middle of them.
Well, that's the thing. There isn't a way because there's a hole
Okay.
there.
Oh, right. Okay.
You're kind of there.
Okay. Cool.
Muffin's kind of there.
Okay.
Jillian's kind of there, and Aloy's kind of there. You guys
That's
have no
fair.
room.
Yeah. Okay. All right. In which case,
Basically, you pissed something off.
I'm not. Yeah, I know. That was my own damn fault for being
Being a mouthy bitch, yes.
basically. But that's exactly what she would have done.
Oh,
So let's see. Guardian of Nature is concentration, so I can't do anything really. But where is that concentration?
one day
No,
you're
it is
going
not. I'm. Oh wait, that was my action though, so I can't do that.
Yep.
Oh wait, it's a bonus action.
What's the spell? God damn it.
Healing word is a bonus action.
Yes, okay.
So, so you just hear her gutturally snarl. Now is not the time. and it's healing word. So that is on core. So click. Healing word is the clicky. Cast it at level 2. So 8 points. Okay, so that's everything.
Okay, zombie 10. Oh, for fuck's sake, why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to Reba?
Your dice just yo-yoed again, didn't they?
Oh.
What's the damage?
10.
All right.
Well, zombie 1 is dead. Jillian.
Jillian shoots again with lead.
Okay.
14.
And still alive.
Shoots that one again.
Roll damage.
Damn.
Yeah. Now it's dead. Now it's dead. Aloy. Because all of the zombies in that particular pack are gone. Well, actually, it's Aloy, then all those zombies, which are now dead anyway, and then Muffin. So, Aloy.
So I now have 2 shots, so I'm going to try and... okay, so there's just still a bunch of fully healthy zombies. I'm going to pick a zombie and blap.
Okay. Roll damage.
15. And Arcane Jolt that one.
Okay.
Additional 5 damage.
Still
Force.
alive.
And I'm just going to immediately shoot it again.
Okay. Roll damage.
And Arcane Jolting Reba.
Okay. Because that's basically exploded the zombie's head. Okay, you have 9 hit points now. Muffin.
Muffin attempting to squish.
Yeah, now that I can actually, not move out of the way.
Okay.
16.
Roll damage. Yeah, it's looking
17.
it's looking pretty crunched in places. Okay. Miss. Reba.
How many are left?
As far as you can tell, 3, but given it's now just this pile of limbs, it's hard to tell.
Right, but there's at least a few things I can wail on. All right. In which case,
mean, there's one that Muffin was hitting, and it's still looking.
I'll go after that one with the tomahawk.
Okay.
But the
you have advantage on strength-based attacks because I'm pretty sure the tomahawk is a strength-based weapon.
And also the where'd it go? Oh, there it is. The melee weapon attacks deal an extra 1d6. That's
yes,
what I wanted to double check.
Yeah, I was gonna get to there if you hit the thing.
Oh, okay.
I know strength isn't your strong point, even with advantage.
21. And
Roll
I didn't roll
damage.
with advantage, but that hits.
Yeah, well, no, roll.
Oh, roll again, because in case of nat 20. You're absolutely right. My bad. Nope.
Nope. I mean, it's not like these things are hard to hit. They've got an armor class of 8.
So 3, and then 1d6. Two. So 5.
So 17. Just thunk through the skull.
I think I only get 1 attack?
You do only get 1 attack. You're a caster.
Right. Just wanted to make sure.
And
And I'm not using a bonus action because I'm keeping up the
Yep.
Spirit Guardian.
And another zombie gets you for 6 points of bludgeoning damage. Of course, I should be doing sneak attack on half of these, but fuck it. You're having enough problems.
Yeah, I'd have been wiped out long before this if that were the case.
Okay, but it does only get 1 attack. Jillian.
Jillian shoots again.
Mhm.
Think that one hit.
Damn.
Oh yeah. And another zombie's head explodes.
And one more.
That one does not actually kill. Again, this one's the one that's closest to Reba. It's the one that just attacked Reba. And you're having to be a little bit careful about hitting Reba.
Mm-hmm.
So, Aloy.
Prepare wounded zombie for to be bullet.
Roll damage.
8.
I'm not going to have you want to do this one, because there really is only one way to kill a zombie. Reba's turning around, trying to defend herself with the tomahawk, and all of a sudden there's just this... The wind that blows past there a little bit, leaves a little bit of splatter as hole right through the thing's head as it's trying to... And it sort of slumps at your feet. And nothing else seems to be moving.
Muffin, back on the door.
Bugger it. And she just starts taking a few moments to just starts removing what's left of heads from necks.
Yeah.
Just to make sure.
Muffin does the spin thing to remove some of the gore. So, actually, I think all of you are kind of a bit splattered.
Thankfully, I had my back to Muffin at that point. Because I had turned around and was like...
I'm going to take that last half second of haste to shake off the resulting splatter from myself.
So Jillian, so now Jillian and Reba are more covered with zombie
Are twice splattered.
Jillian grimaces, reloads her pistol. She's got the 4, so she reloads, alternating 3 and 3.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna reach for Reba if she's still chopping after a few moments.
I'm just going to let the...
Huh?
Easy, easy. Catch your breath.
I've been better. And when she says, when she says better, she forces that into another healing word. I just, we're giving it a minute while we wait for Muffin to get the door.
And also because Aloy's had a brief moment of...
Yeah, I basically, immediately after shaking it off, I just locked up. Oh no.
9.
This is what I get for using time distortions. Aha!
So yeah, I'm gonna need a few to recoup a little.
Jillian looks
Muffin
to the
stopped.
state of the door.
But the door it definitely has seen better days, but it's probably gonna take a couple more hits, particularly since Muffin stopped when Reba was talking about needing to recoup and boop boop. And stretches out the neck, so sets head on Reba's shoulder. Boop.
How long? I forget now off the top of my head. How long is a short rest?
About an hour.
No, it's only an hour.
Yeah,
Huh.
long rests are like 8 hours.
Yeah.
I thought short was 4 for
Short,
some reason.
no, short is about as long as you'd need to eat lunch.
Okay. Okay.
I don't want to. Yeah.
That factors in differently then.
Shh.
If
I
Reba's
don't want to
looking
be.
pretty banged up.
I don't want to be eating anything down here, but I'm not going through that door for a minute. For a fair bit.
All right.
All right, then I guess Muffin, hold off on the door for now. We need at least someplace where we know we've squished everything to not.
Well, those ain't going to move anytime soon, unless it takes. Unless whoever
Aloy,
is.
Aloy is intelligent. There's a hole. There's a muffin.
So there.
There's a hole. There are bodies.
Yeah.
There's a muffin.
Muffin. Can we get those bodies into the hole?
Boop boop. And starts just bulldozing.
Yeah, just clink. Bulldozer shovel.
Something like that. So you could theoretically actually eat. Because you're starting to realize just how long it's been.
Mm-hmm.
Jillian takes out a bit of jerky and looks it over first.
It's it for splatter.
Well, not even for splatter, just for
It seems okay.
spookiness exposure.
It seems okay.
Mart.
Spookiness exposure. I love you.
I have made you guys so fucking paranoid. It's great.
Yes, you have. Queen of Nightmares, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, so
No, the jerky and the dried fruit looks more or less okay. So if any of y'all want to roll hit dice,
yes, we do.
So
D11.
So you just click on where it says hit dice.
you need to pick a number of hit dice that you're using. Ooh, nice, Aloy.
Use them and then mark as it reduces. So I'm up to 56. And I'm gonna burn another one.
You might want to use another hit die, Jillian.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, jeez, you're rolling that ones.
I've got plenty left, so I'm gonna burn.
Me too.
This place is clearly not letting you rest
We're all
particularly.
rolling that ones.
This place is not letting you rest particularly well. Let's put it that way.
It makes sense. Yeah, it really does.
Yeah, but Aloy's wound up with two.
no, there we go.
Yeah, Aloy's wound up with 2 nat 8s. So yeah, okay.
Okay, Jillian's feeling much better.
Yeah, you guys get some food into you, but there's bound to be more in the way of discussion as lunch things happen, as long as Reba is wise enough to maybe not taunt the beast in its lair.
I can brain again. I have fuel in my system. Everything is rebooting.
But you might still want to explain, because you kind of got interrupted by random acts of zombie.
Yeah, I think that was my fault. I'm pretty sure that was the thing that's down here.
You said before that wasn't the demon that got to Isaac.
I don't think so.
It's just, I thought you meant that it's lurking here, but it's not whatever creature was taking the blood from that room in the sanitarium. It just seemed to be something that lives in the dark. Not
that doesn't mean it's
what we came here for.
Aloy, give me just a straight intelligence check.
Roger. 16.
You were actually out of character, getting the right general idea. clearly there's two things from what you've been putting together the things that they've been saying in your head. Jillian was talking about this one thing that she says she knows Isaac was tricked into a deal with, and Reba's saying that the thing that's here is a different thing than the one Isaac made a deal with. The variable you're looking at is, do you know if sometimes demons, or whatever we're calling them now, these extraplanar entities don't trade off if something serves in both demons' advantages? Maybe the reason that Isaac was here was because this is a kind of a joint effort kind of thing, and better at breaking, or they just moved a whole lot of evidence here. I mean, clearly this is what happened to Isaac, but maybe these things, because we don't know how all-seeing they are, had this particular entity fuck with Isaac's head a whole lot to A, make him more amenable to deals, and B, fuck with Jillian.
Okay, there's more than one of them. As in, the one that did this nonsense is currently here, probably did the things to Isaac upstairs, and then that got him to make a deal with another one that was there as part of a joint.
Or the one he originally thought was benevolent that he made a deal with, lured him here, and got him broken enough to be in further service to the one that actually wanted him.
Or he got tricked by one that was posing as benevolent, got brought here, and subsequently made more useful.
Whatever's past those doors, we're gonna deal with it.
I never said we weren't.
Reba's wisdom, it's still important to at least have some kind of idea what. I mean, this is the one that's here is clearly a trickster, a torturer, and it might not necessarily be here. There are a lot of ways that you can be somewhere and not be somewhere. You'd probably be taking down a part of its operation, and it's important to know what it is it's doing and whether or not it's doing it elsewhere. But these things aren't... The closest you came to that thing was when you were on that staircase.
She kind of gets this look in her face like she has this look in her face like, I've been here before. Like in this situation, it's a trickster, it's a torturer. It breaks people. I mean, it which explains the book that you touched, Aloy.
It explains Maisie Norrington.
Yeah. Well, I was about to jump to that, but I'm doing us first because they're most important to me. And what happened to Isaac and what happened to Norrington, it broke her.
If it broke her, maybe it broke her for a reason. Maybe it's breaking people, then sending them out into the world to break reality.
I mean, that's basically what they were trying to do. Was open up.
They're always trying to spread darkness.
Mm. So, anyway. So it's a trickster. It might not even be here because there are ways to be places without actually. I've dealt with tendrils before. I've been here before. Not here. That's not what I mean, but this is familiar.
I get it.
Yeah. Thank you. And out of character. This is legit freaking me out because I legit, as a player, had just this wave of legit deja vu hit me. I swear to the gods, you've described me this exact situation before.
I'm gonna touch on that later, but it is definitely something that Reba has had happen before. She has had dealings with. I think what's happened is that you registered the familiarity that this particular trickster torturer had with her, and it translated into a deja vu that I will fill in the blanks on later. But right now, you're just a little bit too freaked out to pull up the exact details.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh my god, I love you. I got literal goosebumps, woman. God damn you. So yeah, she's like, but it might not even be here. But at the very least, we can put an end to the operation here. That doesn't necessarily mean it's not got operations elsewhere. I'm hoping it doesn't, but it probably does with our luck.
Oh, you know in your heart it does.
Yeah.
There's parts of you that know this being.
Yeah, again, I know this. I know this. I can't pull it right now, but I know this.
You'll be able to think of it later. Don't try right now. Let's
anyway.
Jillian often says, deal with the problem in front of us.
Aloy, right. As you say that, problem in front of you. How are you going to get out?
Speaking of problems in front of us, we're very clearly down somewhere after having gone down a metaphysical hole. Is there an exit? Does anyone see an exit?
We have one way forward, Aloy.
We'll worry about out.
No. But the thing is, I'm bringing this up now because here's a thunk. If we have to set this place to blow, I don't want it collapsing on us. We have to think a couple steps ahead at least. You tell me, deal with what's in front of you. But what's in front of us isn't just the immediate. It's the next step past that. So let's think 2 steps instead of just bulldozing.
No, that's fair.
Reba, wisdom. This thing is probably going to want to let you stew in it. That should give the perceptive time to look for an exit, because that going down but going up but thing, that's a way of messing with people. And given that Aloy, you recognize what it looks like when she detects magic, it's entirely possible that you're still in the basement and that whole thing was a roundaboutish way just to fuck you up. And if you look hard enough in there, you'll find some fucking stairs. But you just have to remember, A priority, look for stairs, just so you can figure out because you can sense north. You know you're still on the prime material, but one of your priorities is going to have to be looking for a way out to make sure that you're still in the asylum you started out in.
Okay, well, because of who I am and what I am, I do know that we're still on Earth. Or we haven't gone anywhere off the plane.
So we haven't dipped into a Norrington tunnel, basically.
No.
You're sure
tracks, but
we're not in hell? Okay.
I know it feels like it, but no, we're not. The whole
because the stairs and we fell.
Yeah,
you took Reba. You took a long cut.
We were. We took, yeah, actually, that's actually probably how she put it, as a matter of fact. We took a long cut.
Oh. Okay, yeah, I
Okay,
get
then.
it.
Uh,
I get it now.
We took the
That
scenic
seems-
route.
there has to be a way out of here.
We are more chances. I mean, it could very well be that we're still in the basement. That whole thing on the stairs. That's a way of fucking with your
Aloy.
perception.
That fall should have killed you all. Zombies or no zombies.
Logically, if that had been an actual fall, we would be smears right now.
Point. So chances are we're still in the thrice damned basement,
We're in a basement somewhere, at least, which means
which means
whatever's
stairs.
behind those doors has to
No,
find
which
a way up
means stairs.
somewhere.
Before we go through that door, let's just, I mean, yeah, I know this is like tiny in here. Let's just give it a once over and make absolutely certain that we're not missing something. But yes, once we get through that door, priority one, aside from making sure we're not going to die in the immediate, is finding a way out.
All right.
I think, provided we're not having to deal with anything life-threatening immediately, we find a way out first.
All right. Jillian re-ups the light in her hand and goes to shine it down that hole.
You see nothing. You see hole. You see black.
Nothing up that way. Nothing down that way.
Speaking of up, what's the common mistake people in sci-fi and horror make?
They never look up. Well, because I mean, and I'm looking for. We're in a basement. Stairs would probably be going up. So I'm like,
That fall you took is now definitely impossible because if you get Jillian to hold her hand up, about 20 or so feet above you is craggy stone ceiling.
so they tele. Well, wait. Would she even know that word?
Yeah, well, she's heard Martha use it.
Point.
So it really is, so they did, what was that word Martha used? Kind of thing.
Yeah. So
Teleportation.
that's it.
Translocation, basically moving through space between spaces to get to another place.
I mean, you've done that. You've done that before. You've walked the crossroads and felt like you were walking in there for days, and came out like 500 feet from where you started.
Yeah, but this was a lot more advanced than that. This, I mean.
Yeah, you were more in control then.
Yeah.
They have better math for that right now than we do.
Okay, well, we're not going out that way.
We got dropped into what was probably a cell, because there's a bunch of a cell or a repository, because there's all these corpses in here.
I mean,
Reba and Jillian wise enough, if that's the case, then why this fucking door? No, they
Yeah.
were deposited there deliberately to freak them the fuck out.
The demon's just trying to scare us.
Exactly. The whole point, the whole time we've been here, one of the main things, up to and including when we were in the house, the whole point was to knock us off balance emotionally, was to play with its food, was to fuck with us in some fashion. Whether it was to play with its food or just fuck with us. Either way.
Makes sense, but would use everything, including a probably purpose-built corpse dump to mess with us.
So it's time we see what it's hiding.
Yep. I mean,
Thankfully, the damage Muffin's done to this door so far has chipped away the things you couldn't quite look at.
Okay, so that's not going to cause my brain to leak from looking at it anymore. Yay!
Boop, boop.
Muffin, continue the smash!
And it only takes a few more hits at that point for the door to crash open. As the crashing sounds fade and you start seeing a little bit further out into this stone-walled, stone-floored chamber. The smells of dust and old rot, dusty rot that's gone past the sludge point, and some herbs that Reba knows from some really desecration-ish rituals over the dead. I'm gonna say that given general passive perceptions, it'd be Reba, while trying to ponder those herbs or trying not to think about it too hard, sees that a stone in the wall that looks almost like it has a rough face carved in it. That seems to be a lot more the case because the crack she would have taken from the mouth opens and all three of you hear. The husband figured it out before he broke. Behold the multifaceted uses of magic mouth.
Jillian shines her light around and looks around the rest of the chamber for something more than the little mouth.
Keep going in that general direction. What?
Hang on. I want to find a spell real quick just to see what level it is. No, never mind. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to use the slot.
What was it, just so I know?
Oh, I have stone shape, but I was sorely tempted to just walk up to that damn thing and just be like, shut up. I'm going to do it because I don't want to use the slot.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's
because,
probably a good idea.
well, you don't know how many more of. I mean, Reba knows this spell. She's seen one of her earliest encounters with something lesser than this, because this isn't as lesser as she wants to believe it is. But one of her first things was dealing with something that really was lesser, more of an imp of the perverse than anything else. And one of the things that it did was it made the various totems of her father's tribe speak horrible things. And that's what that's bringing back for her.
Yeah. You see her, like, bring her hand up to, like she's gonna, looking deeper in the room, going, no, I shouldn't.
Unfortunately, it doesn't matter if there. She also knows that if there isn't something that looks like a mouth, it'll make one anyway.
So is this wall on the north side?
Reba would be able to tell you. You don't know where north is.
Yeah, well, north on the battle map.
Yes.
Okay, so Jillian strides forward with her light.
Okay. Well, the first thing she sees is the edge.
God damn the music in the background. Jesus is fucking with me.
I love it. I'm immediately I'm back in Secret World again. This is my jam.
I didn't mean to say that out loud. I thought I was muted. I apologize.
Yeah, because you are kind of killing the mood, dude. The mood that you were just congratulating me on. Thank you. As you move forward, your light catches and makes shadows of what seems to be bars. Still moving?
Yep.
Okay,
I'm following behind.
keep going in that general direction. You catch sort of the edge of what looks like... There's a dark shape there anyway, but what you see is a cage. And what is inside that cage was a human being once. What seems to have been grafted to it. Extra legs, spindly, insectile. wings as well. The eyes have been... You're pretty sure they've been removed because the glint of the light in Jillian's hand catches these off-red, multifaceted glimmers in the sockets that look badly abused. Its incisors are protruding in a curved way that's more like insect mandibles than anything else. You're not sure if it's alive or not. If it is, it probably shouldn't be.
Jillian, deep breath through gritted teeth. Actually, once she moves the light hand over it to see if it reacts to the light.
Not that you can tell. Eyes like that, it's difficult to see where they're looking and how.
And then she kind of points the light southwards, metaphorically.
Okay. Going in that direction slowly, you start to see what looks like some kind of altar table. You're starting to see, as you move in that direction, slight glimmers of light from the corners. Not very much, but kind of a banked fire, ember glow.
Yeah, Jillian's gonna step back to the cage, point her gun at its head, and shoot silver bullet.
It's not going to defend. It's also roll damage.
14.
Yeah, all things considered, just as your finger is squeezing the trigger, it lets out this clicking noise, which is the best it can manage with its new dentition, quote unquote. Reba, she's never heard an insect sound grateful without some of her gifts before now. And then it slumps over.
Jillian takes another deep breath, loads another silver bullet where that one was, and then slowly goes southwards again towards the altar thing.
Okay, and she's moving in that general direction. Sees, I mean, this is storybook nightmare kind of thing as far as she's concerned. It's almost theatrical. The skulls, the runes that the kinds of things she last saw carved on a bullet that was carved in turn out of her chest. The rusty sort of scythe that all the stories she used to hear about the Grim Reaper when she was a girl. And further along that way, she's starting to get a glimpse of, again, banked embers and potentially more bars.
Jillian, before we go much further, I don't know what they did to whomever that had been, but I'll tell you they were grateful for what you did.
Thank you, Reba.
I'm just saying this now in case we find anything else like that.
I understand.
Okay.
As Jillian actually approaches the altar, one of the skulls on it speaks up again. He screams your name.
Jillian shoots the skull.
Well, yeah, there's not really any particular roll you need to make. Skull shatters. One on that end. Also, effectively speaks. Eventually he cursed your name.
He's just loads another silver bullet and goes the where the lights were flickering.
Okay.
Are we, Jillian? Are we walking past the altar to where that second skull was?
Yes.
Because if we're walking past it, then Reba will just tomahawk, blam, for
Oh,
Jillian's sake.
I'll let you have that one. Yeah.
Thank you.
What you get is 3 more cages. There's another insect being there. There's one that's more the traditional demon looking one. In the second. In the third, there's a bit more bobcat look to this one, but this one's kind of small, and the facial features and everything else. It's had the most work done. It's the hands have been replaced by paws. The ears have been rather solidly replaced, and the teeth have been filed into points. But this was a child of perhaps 9 years old. That one, that small one, turns its head towards Reba. They said they'll taint your totems entire. And the head sort of sags against the bars again. Does actually seem to be breathing still, though. I think you're muted,
Yeah,
Ethan.
Reba just sort of pauses at that, but then there's no going back. We can't fix this, but we can end it.
You don't have to watch this, Reba.
I wasn't talking to you.
He's not answering.
Jillian tried to be gentle, but
it didn't seem to be complaining.
Jillian steps up to the first
Reba
page.
looks over at Jillian briefly and just says, "Do it," and then turns back and watches from beginning to end the entire thing.
Okay. Jillian shoots the first one.
No attempt at self-defense. No noises from that one either, except a twitch when bullet hits brain pan.
And then the second.
That one, you're taking aim at the forehead, and it does look up at you. And just before trigger gets pulled, he'll make you his bride again, he says.
She goes to the third one and pauses with a deep breath in and a little ripple of wind around her coat, and then shoots the third one.
That one, you can actually see the gratitude on that one. I mean, fairly clearly it didn't want to say that to Reba, but
She's locked eyes on well, aside from as best as she could with the insect ones, but she tried to lock eyes with all of them in the moment to give them at least that much that someone was watching them go, that someone was there.
The second one was actually a bit more amused than anything else, to be fair.
Yeah, well,
Tortured but amused. That's the thing. Some beings out there will not only bring you to your end, but will make you like it.
yep,
Mm.
that's gonna shake her for a while, but she had to do what she had to do.
Jillian strides very calmly back in this way.
Okay. What you start to get in that general direction is the start of a workbench. A mouth opens in the dried blood spattered wood. It seems to be directed at Aloy. This would have been your workspace. You would have made marvels.
Thunder cannon out.
And further in that direction, as you're shining the light around, there's another cage and a body strapped down, desiccated. The chest cavity is open, and bundles of dried herbs of the type that Reba knows, the desecratey ones, crammed there and in its mouth.
Jillian points her light at the cage.
That one is empty.
And then she looks to Reba at the corpse.
Does Aloy, being the pattern chaser... Okay, wait. Why is that one empty?
Double check that cage.
Jillian
There's something
steps
wrong.
up to the
Something's
cage.
wrong. Something's wrong.
Well,
Jillian percepts.
okay, give me a perception check. Anybody who wants to do one.
Mm-hmm.
14.
14.
Jillian's the one who sees it because she thinks to look up. If you climb that cage, just at the very top, just to the point about where the end of... I mean, Reba doesn't see this, and neither does Aloy, but she can just about spot at the far edge of her light. If she climbed that cage, there's a start of a ladder.
Hmm.
That's your way out.
Jillian nudges Reba, who's presumably closer, and then nods up.
Yeah, if Jillian stands a bit on tiptoe, Reba'd be able to see it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's a ladder up there.
Given that
Oh.
perception check, you're also hearing a faint tingling hum from round about there. And there's warmth and a bit more light from about there.
I'm assuming that was for Jillian.
Yeah.
Okay, then never mind, because I didn't see the marks, but I don't need to.
Yeah.
Jillian then
Not for me anyway.
nudges Reba again and starts moving that way.
Okay. So you...
Reba
What
seems to look a bit relieved that no one was going to ask her to try to talk to that corpse, because was not
no.
to with all
Yeah.
the
There's
herbs.
there's apparently more corridor that way. That workbench is was still there. And there's another table splattered with blood and what seem to be some fairly sharp, unpleasant implements. But you'd have to move a little bit further into...
Jillian moves up to clear this area.
There's a bit more light from there, and what you're seeing is, again, implements and well-banked embers with various tools heating in them. And there, a table upon which somebody has been not too long ago. I mean, it's not dust like some of the rest of this stuff is. And for Jillian, there's still that humming coming from that general direction.
Yep, she goes that way.
Okay.
And what she sees is a machine. There's enough space here, and it looks like it was designed to hold a body. There's weird tubes and straps and all manner of weirdness and some weird connector thingies that you more associate with muffin than anything else.
Aloy?
I'm not sure you should look at that closely, Aloy.
Yeah, too late now. We're here, it's attached to what was upstairs, and I have to.
Just unplug it.
Well,
Yeah, in order to do that, what do you think I have to do, Jillian? What do I have to do? I'm gonna go over, pull out the sonic screwdriver, and start examining this thing.
Okay, investigation check.
17.
Some of this, part of the problem is that some of the math is wrong. Some of the math you recognize because at least part of it is a little bit like what you first kerboomed with your fiance. It was meant to either return life or maintain it in the face of insurmountable odds, which explains some of the things that you found in those cages. This is basically a spot, given some of the connectors, they were doing to the head, metaphorically speaking, what they were doing to people's bodies, and also re-jolting them after doing very unpleasant surgical things to them. And unfortunately, given that Aloy is fairly intelligent, and given that this is poking at the brain stuff, kind of imagines that if they did break Isaac, he probably spent a lot of time in this one. Not that Reba knows until Aloy says something.
I'm gonna look for any components any place I can just start dismantling this thing. Like, I want to start just taking pieces off.
There's plenty of pieces you can remove. Given that investigation check, it's a little bit difficult to know exactly how it's being powered unless the blood from up there is what was powering it. Or maybe it was powered by, like, pain.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and give it. Could I give it another once over to try and find any, like, anything resembling labels or or some sense of rational preparation on this thing.
That's for labels. It's more perception.
All right. 7.
They had their own math. Basically, at this point, your best bet for destroying this thing or making sure it's completely inoperable, 2 words: muffin smash.
If your math is wrong, your ample sizes are too damn small, and you're and it's just this muttering about
Results are inconclusive.
categorical scientific failure.
Reba will walk over to Aloy. What do you reckon?
Muffin smash!
Quickly getting
Okay,
out of the way.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of trampling and Muffin, when Muffin is dedicated to smashing something, the thing is smashed. At which point, from that unexplored corridor up there... Oh, you shouldn't have done that. And before you find out exactly what it is that you're going to encounter, we are at about that time, so we will leave that particular cliffhanger for you until next week. Have a lovely evening. Sweet dreams.
Yeah. I'm not going to sleep yet.
Later, guys.